With the end of champion season fast approaching, so too is the end of yet another racing season. That means new champions will soon be crowned, but not before the final curtain comes down on the eLAN Gold Cup race day. With just under 5 million rand on offer in the 4 Grade 1 races alone, there's everything to race for. Sean Terry has a 2 million rand lead in the trainer rankings, and with a strong representation in a number of the big races this weekend, the stable is banking on a strong finish.
You know, it hasn't seemed like a great season, but I mean, obviously it is pretty good when you look at the numbers. We've had our fair share of Group 1 winners and obviously our fair share of winners. I mean, I don't think we're near our best seasons, but it's been a nice season.
Liege eats it past the 100-metre marker. On the outside is Roy's Rivera and Silver's Bullet, but Liege is going to win it, and Liege has won it.
You have 2 informed stayers in Liege and Shenanigans lining up in the eLAN Gold Cup, both of whom won their last starts.
And then Zilza.
Shenanigans seems to be enjoying it down here. Obviously Liege is in Johannesburg, and it's always hard to judge the horses in Joburg because they've got those wintry coats and it's cold, and they don't show that they're thriving as much as they do here. But you know, it's a split attack, which is great. One from Joburg, one from here. I think they're going to both take their place. So let's see.
And another taking his place is the game and consistent Gimme One Night.
He's doing exceptionally well. He's obviously been very solid at his last 2 starts, running second in both of them, running on very strongly late. The step up to the 2 miles is obviously ideal for him. Unfortunately, at the handicap, they've used 3 points as a kilo, which has compressed the whole field down. So he comes in on straight merit ratings under a slight bit of sufferance with the top weights, but he's up to a trip that's ideal for him. He's super fit, super well in himself, and it's been his main target the whole season. So everything points out he's drawn well as well. So he's going to get a nice cozy run in transit, and we'll see him coming home very strongly late.
Eden Rock exploding through.
Sean, your horses have done you proud, not the least of which were your 3 feature race winners from July Day, Eden Rock, Shenanigans and Celtic Sea. You must be delighted that all 3 have drawn well in their respective races, especially at Greyville.
Yeah, a good draw at Greyville is an absolute bonus, and most of them have come through their runs well, and now we've done a little gallop this morning and they've come through that well. So yeah, we're looking forward. At this stage we're on track.
Your winning trifecta from the Sorgo Sun Sprint have all drawn fairly wide, especially Chimichurri Run. Does that represent a challenge over the Greyville 1200?
Yeah, that's a massive concern. It's a massive concern and obviously a massive disadvantage. He is a versatile horse in that he can go forward or he can drop out. But yeah, we'll have to think long and hard whether we decide to run him. Obviously, if horses are, you know, they've got the form to beat you and they're drawn better, then maybe you would run away. But otherwise, you know, you just play it like that to see which of the form horses, how they've drawn you. Yeah.
The Crawford Yard also sends out Search Party and Bold Respect in the Mercury Sprint.
Search Party's not the flashiest track worker, but he looks great, he's moving well, happy horse. Unfortunately, he's drawn out deep, but he does sit back and make a late charge at them. So, you know, it always is a concern from the draw, but he's going in fit and well.
And Bold Respect?
Bold Respect has just come on every time he's had the 2 runs this season. He's probably going to go third up into the Mercury at the top of his game. He's moving great, he's fit, he looks very well in himself, and his work has been of a high quality as well. So, although on their Cape form, Casimir has him held, I think he may get a little bit closer to him this time and hopefully in front of him.
Your horses have travelled a lot this season, but have these remained in KZN from after Vodacom Durban July Day?
Yes, the horses that participated on the day stayed. I just felt that the travel was a little bit tight in terms of the 3-week gap. And if it was a bigger gap, I would have gone back. Hopefully it'll work out.
Sean, your horses settled well here?
Yes, they're enjoying this Obviously the environment and the surroundings, it's lovely and tranquil, especially up here on the bend. And obviously a little bit warmer now, so they're definitely enjoying it.
Someone who caught the eye in the morning mist was ruling Champions Cup favourite and runner-up in the Vodacom Durban July, Rainbow Bridge. Peter, how has Rainbow Bridge come through that wonderful July run?
Come through very good, Michelle. Quiet week last week, freshened up very well. His first bit of pace work this morning is scheduled for a stronger bit of work on Thursday, but everything very much on track with him. I think he actually probably looks better at this stage going into the Champions Cup. His coat's improved as the weather's warming up, or we've had a couple of very warm weeks and a lot of horses are starting to unwinter. So certainly he's come Champions Cup day, his coat will be spot on too.
Undercover Agent looked impressive on the track this morning.
He's a very strong, robust horse, great action horse, very sound horse. His work's been solid. Possibly ran to his form in the Gold Challenge at his last start. He has been effective at the 1800. He ran second in the same race last year. Ridden from back, but I think we'll be more positive with him this year. He is drawn out marginally deep, but he's got great gate speed and he can get across without spending any petrol. So I think look for a better performance than his slightly disappointing show in the Gold Challenge. It's a high quality field. No one's going to give an inch. Obviously, in the absence of Do It Again, it opens things up because he's obviously the leader of the pack this season. But our two blokes going in couldn't be happier with him at this stage.
One last big race meeting before the end of Champions season. Are you optimistic with lots to look forward to from your horses?
Very much so. But you also got in your head, it's home time. It's been a long season. Yeah. Shame my family's gone home. They were tired after the July. So it's a hell of a commitment. I'll never forget the first time I came to the Durban season. There were about 9 trainers doing it. And now I'm the only trainer. I'm the only trainer that sits here in Natal for the whole 4 months. Which is quite a change. You don't realize over time. I remember coming, there were a lot of us, and now I'm the only trainer that sits here. So it's a big commitment, but certainly worth it. You have to win the July. It's very simple. Otherwise, the financial loss and everything, it's quite big. So you need to win the Durban July to be here for 4 months. So really looking forward to finishing off on a high note. I really want to win the Gold Cup this season. I've made no qualms about it. Every day is pushing here so that these horses can follow through onto a big day like that. And obviously, I'm so lucky. Whereas I was so unlucky in the July day with draws, we were literally running from 16 out of 16 every race. This time I've drawn well, so that is a big plus. So follow the yard. We're really pushing hard for a good result on the day. So, as I said, through whatever runner I have, we're ready and we've been waiting for this day.
How would you describe the season for Snaith Racing?
Very, very happy with the top end. I've won some extremely good races. Disappointing in the middle range, yeah. But it's been a hard year for all of us in racing. It really is. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of problems going on, and as I said, I'm just happy to have done well. It just makes it all worthwhile. But we're in a very cautious state at the moment in South African racing. So I really hope the guys come together and start sorting out these problems. We all do.